looking at Google Classroom through the eyes of a student. This is very important to practice, especially when you're creating your classroom and your assignments, so that if they have questions or need further instruction, you will be able to give that to them. So when a student goes to Google Classroom and they've joined your class, then they can click right here where it says to do. And on this page, they can see everything that's assigned to them. They can see work that's missing. They can also see work that has been completed and what grade that they made on that. They can also see work they've turned in that's not been graded yet. Okay. And it breaks it down for them, things that they've done early, this week, last week, or earlier. They can also see the calendar. We're going to talk about this more on the teacher side, but once you get due dates in on assignments, then they're going to see that here on the calendar. And then also, if you have something coming up like picture day, you can go to calendar and add that event to your classroom calendar, and the student will see it here. Like I said, we're going to talk about that more. They can view all classes, or they can break it down by each class that they have joined. Okay, once they enter the class, they can, I've showed you this before, they can join the Google Meet from here, but they have to wait until you are there. That's why I think it's so important maybe to add your Google Meet schedule, your class schedule, maybe add that here so they know what times to log on. Or you can also put a class schedule in your classwork so that they know when to log on, because they can join Meet from here as well. Okay, they can view all their work here once they're in Google Classroom. And this just breaks it down again, kind of like the front page did. Okay. And then, of course, this is the stream. And again, this is personal preference if you want to turn this on to allow students to comment or post. Some teachers prefer to use it as an announcement page where only they post. Some teachers prefer for it to be a type of discussion board, and that's fine. It's your preference, whatever you choose to do. The only thing I encourage you to do is, if you allow the students to use the stream, maybe set some guidelines for them. Remind them it's not a place to sit and chat with their friends. Remind them that everyone sees this page in the classroom. So just tell them ways that they can use the stream and ways it would benefit them in the class. Okay. Okay, then they can go to classwork. And here on classwork, you can see they can, like I said, they can join Meet. They can look at Google Calendar here. They can also go to their Class Drive folder, which is housed on Google Drive. And they can see all the work that they have done within that folder. Okay, see it's named North Student because that's the student that I'm logged in as. And then over here to the left-hand side, there's the different modules they can click on if they want. Once they click on, they can click here to view their work. Once they can click on a lesson, they will need to view the assignment. And And you can see I didn't attach anything here. The assignment was to leave a class comment. Remind them, if you do something like that, remind them that once they've done what the teacher has asked here, if there's nothing attached to them, to this assignment, they need to click mark as done so that the teacher knows that you've done what you're supposed to do, and then they can go back and check it and grade it. Also, remind them that there's 2 places they can comment here. They can send a private comment, which will be between the teacher and the student. And then they can also add a class comment, which is for the entire class to see. Okay. Let's go back. They can see the people within the class. So if they need to send the teacher an email, they can do that. And if they're wanting to collaborate with another student, they can email them as well. Okay. So these are their classmates, and it's okay for them to see who's in their class. It would be just like sitting in the classroom with your students there with you. It's okay to do that. Just remind them that the emails that they send are property of megsgschool.net, that domain. We can get in and look at them at any time, and they need to follow the guidelines in the user agreement. Okay, that's it. So now I want to encourage you to look at the link, look at the document that I have attached to this lesson. Let me get back out of here as a student. I'm going to go back to this lesson. Maybe. Here we go. Okay, so I've attached demo student accounts, and I've created accounts for each grade level or subject level. So log in as a student whenever you're creating classes and kind of go through that as a student. And if you think something's too hard or complicated or not clear on direction, then you can go back and change what you have done within your Google Classroom. It's very, very helpful to be able to see it from a student view. Best of luck. And if you have any questions, please let me know.